Back at it again. America's backbone, Walmart. Did you know that they rebranded the logo? What do you think of the new Walmart logo?
You mean Knife Center? So a lot has changed since the last time we did a complete EDC at Walmart. Most importantly, there are a lot of new knife brands available. They've upped their knife game. The question really is, have they updated anything else? I don't know, maybe not, but we're gonna go find out and see what the best complete EDC at Walmart is now after a couple of years. So with that said, let's do the damn thing.
Snack time?
Jalapeno beast.
Oh, we gotta grab more though. So.
Oh,
Yeah. Honestly, just take the whole box.
just get it. You get it.
Oh,
you get
okay,
it.
and get more?
Yeah, then I'll get more.
And then that's it, the box is done. So, we just wrapped up at Walmart. I'd like to think it was a pretty successful one. I think we knocked out pretty much everything that we needed from our list. Honestly, can you stop chewing so loud?
What? I was hungry.
Did you really buy all those chomps?
Yeah.
I put mine back. Can I have one?
No, you should have bought your own. These are mine.
We just got back from Walmart and bought a whole lot of stuff. Per usual, more than we anticipated. A couple of duplicates and alternatives and junk that we should have just left it there, but we bought it anyway. All right, that's everything. I'm just now realizing we actually forgot to do key stuff at Walmart. It just slipped my mind, but to be fair, it always sucks when we do key stuff from any of these big box stores. There's nothing really good ever. They've had Key Smart stuff in the past. Most of them have phased all that out. So really all you have most of the time is Nitei's gear. We did grab this, which was a clearance carabiner thing. But other than that, I mean, kind of forgot keys, but doesn't matter. We're gonna go through all these things briefly on most of them. But before we do, I want to thank the sponsor of today's video, Chomps. It's no secret around here that I like meat. Now, we have a version of a knife called the Naf's Lander, MMTW, which stands for Meat, Micarta Trucks and Whiskey, because when Ben Peterson was trying to be me at Blade Show Texas last year, the only thing that seemingly came to his mind was meat. And it's true, I always have some sort of meat on hand, whether I'm experimenting with the smoker at home, or road tripping, backpacking, or just sitting here around the office. And Chomps is the perfect snack for all of the above. These beef sticks are made with 100% grass-fed and finished beef and pack 10 or more grams of protein per stick with 0 grams of sugar. They're Whole30 and keto-friendly, gluten-free, and most importantly, delicious. They have a smoky barbecue flavor and of course the original beef, but my absolute favorite is the jalapeno. And it's not even close. So if you want a guilt-free snack that tastes great and will also help you meet your goals, hit the link in the description down below, and also in the comments, tell me your favorite flavor of Chomps and why it's jalapeno. And also, thank you Chomps for sponsoring this video. All right, wallet. Unless you like kind of bulky department store-ish wallets, just don't buy a wallet at Walmart. That's really all I have to say about this. This is a Dickies wallet. It's magnetic, it is a bifold. It is the smallest, thinnest wallet there, but it's still not something I would want to carry. It'll do the job. It's just not nice.
Any wallet with this should be out.
Well, that's just to hold it on the packaging.
Yeah, but most wallets you find with that packaging
That's
are
fair.
usually out.
That's fair. I mean, it's fine. It says genuine leather. That's how you know that it's not good leather. It is magnetic. You can hold your cash in there in the middle if you want. It'll work. It'll suffice. It's just not nice. And it is, I think this was like 16 bucks, so it's cheap too. It'll do the job. It's just not my first choice ever. So wallets still suck at Walmart. Go figure. Might as well just knock out the key stuff while we're here. This looks like a generic Ozark Trail version of a Nitei's S-Beaner. It's not locking or anything. They were on sale for $250. I don't know what they normally cost. $347, so not quite half price. But you know why I grabbed this? I grabbed this because my underquilt for backpacking takes little plastic S-Beaners and they both broke. So now I have aluminum ones. These are just gonna go on my underquilt. That's why I grabbed them. I didn't grab these for keys, but they would work for that. So $250 for some S-Beaners. Don't really need to waste any more time on that. Moving on. Okay, so pens. Obviously nothing has changed at Walmart with writing utensils. It's always the same. It's always going to be a Zebra F301 or a, oh boy, why did I just blank?
G2?
G2, Pilot G2, yeah. Those are the two I always grab when I go to big box stores. But this time, Ricky mentioned something and I was like, you know what, you're right. Mechanical pencil, that is actually something I would use more than a pen. Nobody ever talks about it, I don't talk about it much. Big Eye has a mechanical pencil, Tactile Turn has a mechanical pencil, and I really like those. If I'm gonna write in a field notes, I personally would prefer to do it with a mechanical pencil over a pen because I am left-handed, pens smear really bad, and I can't write for shit. So most of the time I have to erase or scribble out. In fact, Christmas card for Ricky, I had to scribble it out because I shouldn't be trusted with pens.
You tried your best.
I did try my best, but the Zebra M301 is the mechanical pencil version of the F301. And these are what I used all through high school. It's always been my favorite mechanical pencil. So I grabbed a couple of those. I think it's like $3 for a 2-pack or something like that. If we're going pen from Walmart, I've actually changed. I've evolved. I've grown. I believe it was Joseph who used to work for me, Alex's cousin, who introduced me to these little microns. And we have them over here for carry commission. We sign all the packing slips with a thank you, and I always use a micron. This is a 0.5 or 0.45. It is their 05 size. It is 0.45 millimeters. I like it. It's a very fine point. It writes well. It's felt tip, kind of like a Sharpie pen, but it's a micron. These are, I would say, primarily used for people who draw with pens, and I don't know. I just really like it. It's not fancy. It doesn't look great, but it writes exceptionally well, and it doesn't smear that bad. That's why I really like it. So for a left-handed person, I gotta go with a micron. It doesn't look fancy. It's not super EDC, but it writes really, really well. All right, moving on. Flashlight. I feel like they had better options last time.
Yeah.
This time, it was basically just this. There was a Rayovac, whatever that battery brand is. They had one that was like this, but a little longer, but Coast, that was it. These were on sale though. $880 for a AAA clicky rear button flashlight.
Damn. Dude, that was like
I worked out this morning.
Wow, bro. Jeez.
Hey, I work out.
Uh-huh.
Basic AAA rear click flashlight. I think there's one mode. 100 lumens. No, it says 2. Oh, that is such a tiny difference. 43 lumens or 100 lumens. So,
That's it.
yeah, it starts on 100, and then if you are quick about it, you press again, you get 43 lumens. AAA, that's all that's inside. AAA, and that's it. I mean, there's not much more to this. It's really hard to argue about $8. I mean, let's compare it real quick to a i3T. And here's the Multi-Tool AAA. So you can see that it is quite a bit bigger than the Multi-Tool, but it's effectively the same as an i3T. i3T is brighter though. So it's also twice, 3 times as expensive. Yeah, I mean, that's a good solid flashlight. I personally tend to carry more of a AAA sized flashlight. I haven't lately. I've carried more of a AA, but it's big. Actually, I have that in my pocket, but every day, this has been in my pocket every day since that video, which was the Amazon video we did last.
Yeah.
This frog has been my absolute go-to, and that's a AAA. This thing's tiny, but AAA flashlight is technically my everyday flashlight size. So Coast, not bad, $8. I'm not gonna complain about that. I don't think it's great. I think it's fine for the money. Let's talk about, let's go watch. I almost didn't get a watch this time. We got a G-Shock last time we went to Walmart, I'm pretty sure. And probably the time before that, I almost went with the Timex Expedition. They had a whole bunch of them. And I do love the aesthetic of the Timex Expedition watches. They're $50. They're really nice for $50, but I can't do it. I cannot wear one of the Timex watches because they are so damn loud. They are so loud. Like if you were in a quiet room right now, I could hear it. Like this, if we're just quiet, it's like tick, tick, tick. It's louder than a wall clock sometimes. Like I know that seems dramatic, but it is kind of annoying. And it's funny because I have a mechanical watch from Laurier. I have a mechanical chronograph, so a Mecha Quartz, I guess. I can hear that thing. Yeah. And I like it because it's like this tick, 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 tick. It's just got a really cool sound to it. The Timex is just like tick, tick, tick. And it just makes you feel, I don't know, like you're in a Wes Anderson movie or something, you know? Like it just, I can't with those. I love the look of them. I think they're a great value, but the ticking that you can hear is just a little bit too much for me. And I'm not really a G-Shock guy.
True.
Right? I'm always going to grab my Garmin over a G-Shock just because I get additional functionality out of it. But I saw this G-Shock and I kind of wanted it, a gray G-Shock. I think for me, part of the problem with a G-Shock is they're always black. Yeah. And a black watch on my very pale skin just never looks quite right. I'm just a little too white for a black watch. Like, really? There's just too much contrast, right? I wear a lot of black hoodies and shirts, but like, there's just something about a totally black watch that I don't like. I don't like how it looks on my arm.
That's fair.
And gray, I think, is just enough of a difference where it looks fine. So
it's nice. It's a nice looking G-Shock.
I think so too.
Super. Most of them like tend to be really covered and all that stuff. That's pretty simple.
Yeah, I liked the look of this. Of course, you got the light up. Let's put it on the wrist.
Wow. Changed man. I remember
I'm a changed
when
man.
we met, you hated G-Shock.
Mechanical pencils and G-Shocks? What's happening to me?
Wow.
It does kind of look like maybe this is me just showing you that I'm a little jealous of your John Mayer.
Both of them. Don't forget, there's two of them.
You have a gray John Mayer one.
Oh, yes, I do. For the low price of $400, you could also have a John Mayer G-Shock.
Or you can go to Walmart and get this gray one for $97.
Wait,
it just doesn't have teal accents.
No, but you could paint that in.
Yeah,
I'm sure John would have mind.
I like this one. We're going to keep it on the wrist. Time's wrong on it right now. I'm going to keep it on the wrist.
Wow.
I'm a changed man.
2025.
New year, new me.
Bestest, damnedest EDC.
We'll see. Wow. Next up, we got this. So I have talked about the Gerber EAB on the channel before. It's about a $12, $13 utility knife that'll fit in your fifth pocket-ish. This thing's new, and I wanted to see what it was about, so we got it.
Hey, what you got there?
Oh, this? Oh. Nothing, just a Civivi Klingman.
Damn. When do those go live again?
Next week.
Wow.
I think.
Lake Show, Texas? No.
27th.
Yeah, there we go.
The 27th. I am really struggling to cut this paper, or this plastic.
And at Blade Show Texas, people can stop at the Civivi booth to pick one up from you directly, right?
Yes, from me directly. What is going on here? I can't cut packaging with it, apparently.
Okay, well, not a good selling point for your knife.
You know, it's the packaging. It's not me. Like I said, these EABs are normally about $12 or $13. It's a frame lock utility knife. Actually, it's a liner now. It used to be a frame, I believe. Very small, very slim. If you didn't know what it was, you probably wouldn't know by looking at it. It looks more like a money clip than anything. But it's a decent utility knife that you can get from Gerber. You can find them at Lowe's, Walmart, obviously. But this came in a 2-pack for 17 or 18 bucks. So this one was effectively like $5, I guess. It is a liner lock. It's pretty big. But if you're looking for something more full-sized, like we talked about in the last 3D printed EDC video, having a full grip just completely changes how well you can use a utility knife. This is, a pretty cheap option. By itself, it was like $9 or $10. But as a 2-pack, you can get both for 17. That's not a bad deal. I'm interested to see, because it looks like this little thumb stud. Oh,
cool.
That's interesting. The thumb stud doubles as your lock for the blade. Whereas on the EAB, you have to have a screw or the back of another utility knife to loosen that and change your blade. That's usually most people's biggest complaint about the EAB, is that it requires a tool to change the blade out. This doesn't, but it's kind of bulky. And by kind of bulky, I mean very bulky. It's got a big old clip on it. I don't know that I would EDC this. I have EDC'd this, the EAB, for actually a long time. But prior to the TPT slide, I believe, I had an EAB. But hard use, this thing sucks. Like bad. Like bad. It does not feel good in the hand, but if you're just tearing down boxes, pretty good for the price. This, can't say for sure, but as a full-size utility knife, probably not that bad. Just not EDC. It's too bulky. I mean, that thing is thick. Like,
Oh yeah.
it's a chunker. But for the price, not terrible.
Yeah, maybe something to leave in your car.
Yeah, more of a toolbox, tool chest kind of thing. But the EAB is an EDC utility knife for sure. Light duty. Before we get to this, I gotta go use the bathroom real quick.
Really?
All right. Yeah.
In the middle of the video?
Dude, I'll be right back. I gotta pee.
All right.
I gotta pee.
2 hours later.
So it's been like 10 minutes since Taylor decided to go take his bathroom break. And I don't know where this guy went. So we're gonna go look for him. I don't know where he is. I checked under the toilet seat. He's not there. So let's go find out where this guy went. I don't know why his truck is out here. There's nobody in the front. Taylor? Taylor?
What?
What? Dude, what the hell are you doing? You've had like 6 of those.
I'm taking a snack break.
What?
No!
Give me that. Get back inside, dude. People want to know about EDC. Look! Give me... They're good, but they're not that good.
Dude, they're that good.
Get inside. If you finish the video, I'll give you one more.
All right, so you promise. I get another chomps out. Okay.
Yeah. Just finish the video.
I don't know why you had to hide them from me.
We're almost there, man.
Jeez. All right, so last time when we did all of the knives at Walmart, we found basically like a Leatherman Wave knockoff from Swiss Tech. And I grabbed this, actually I saw this in the case and I was like, we're getting another one of those because we sold that one on Whatnot. No, it's actually here still. But I didn't realize until after the fact that this is the multi-tool that was out of stock when we did that video. This is a smaller multi-tool from Swiss Tech. It is not the Leatherman Wave knockoff. This thing is much smaller. So I got this because Walmart did have in their cabinet a SOG Power Pint, which, as you know, is my favorite EDC multi-tool. I got them everywhere. I love these things. But at Walmart, the SOG Power Pint is $50. On Amazon, the SOG Power Pint, the very same SOG Power Pint, is $35. So I feel like if you're gonna get one, don't buy it from Walmart, buy it on Amazon, it's cheaper. But this is $30 at Walmart, and it's probably the only place you can find it, unless you buy it direct from Swiss Tech. So I wanted to see what it was about. Ooh, I like the size of that.
Put it next to the Power Pint.
Next to the Power Pint, it is smaller. We also have, again, I love this being here. In here, we also have a Gerber dime. Where's my Micra? Right here. Bro, this tool chest, money.
Baller.
There is a Leatherman Micra and there is a Gerber dime. So it's actually between the dime and the Power Pint. Question is, what tools are in it? Because we couldn't even see it on the packaging. Let's see what this is all about. We have a non-locking straight blade, or not straight blade, but a plain blade. What is this? Oh,
Toothpick?
little tweezers.
Oh, tweezers.
Little tweezers. Those are short.
Ben Peterson would love this.
I don't know what this is. This looks like a carabiner of sorts. So scissors. I'm already in. I like a good pair of scissors. On the inside, we have spring-assisted pliers. That's nice. Oh, there's the carabiner. So a built-in carabiner, kind of like a Leatherman Skeletal.
There we go.
And there are some tools on the inside as well. You have a bottle opener. This kind of looks kind of like a can opener, but it doesn't look very sharp. We have a screwdriver, and there is definitely, oh no, that's the back side of the carabiner. So that's the full tool set. So for me, what I can tell you this is missing right off the bat is a good file, unless No, that's not a file. That is a file right there. So you have a file on the outside of it. I kind of like this.
Not bad.
Kind of like it. 30 bucks.
Yeah.
It's $5 cheaper than a power pint. It does also. I wouldn't use that.
Is it the leather case?
I think it's pleather. Yeah, it's real leather.
It's got a belt loop.
It's got a pocket clip. That's interesting. This would just go in my fifth pocket, just where the power pint is. It stays right here. So this would just go there for me. It's a good fit.
Not too shabby.
So the only thing from this that is missing that I like on the power pint is the ability to drive. The 1/4-inch bit driver, this wouldn't have anything like that. But you do have a couple of screwdrivers built in, a flathead. Actually, was there a flathead? There's no flathead on this. Long nose pliers, standard pliers, wire cutters, spring action scissors, slide out carabiner, drop point blade, Phillips screwdriver, bottle/can opener, so it is a can opener, embedded file, tweezers, and 2-inch ruler. So no flathead. That's interesting. Why would you not put a flathead on something like this?
Maybe because they put it on the bigger one, so they didn't want to give it to you on the smaller one.
So I say that it's missing a flathead, and that's something that I don't like. This is also mostly missing a flathead, right? It's got a Phillips. The flathead on the power pint is this tiny little thing, and this has very, very few real-world use cases. The one that I always use this for is unlocking like doors at my house when the kids lock them. They're like, "You can't get in. I locked the door," and I'm like,
yeah, I remember.
Joke's on you.
I used one of those.
Yeah, joke's on you, kids. I can get in. But I think for 30 bucks, that is really solid. Very solid. I don't know what blade steel is on this. I'm sure it doesn't list it. I'm not sure it really even matters. Do you know how many times I've used the knife on this?
0.
Like once. This has a full serrated and a straight edge. And a full double-sided file. So if you want a bigger, more functional multi-tool, spend the $5, get the power pint off Amazon. But if you want something small that's like a little bit bigger than the micro, I'd say this is a really good contender. And I like that. I like that it has the carabiner built in.
Yeah. I think
That's pretty neat.
Pouch, pouch that you keep in your car, truck, toolbox kind of thing.
Now for that, I'm using a full multi-tool.
I guess.
So.
But if you wanted to do like a little pouch, you could just throw that in.
Yeah.
But not everybody's hardy, so everybody needs a big pouch.
I don't think this would dethrone the power pint for me.
No. For
But,
$20 more.
but I think that's impressive for, no, not for $20 more, for $5.
Oh, 35.
It's 35 on Amazon. This is 30 at Walmart. So I think for 30 bucks, good tool. Not going to take the power pint out of my pocket though. Last but not least are the knives. I bought 2 knives and I'm really torn on this because dollars to donuts, best bang for buck is probably going to be the Mini Praxis. I think it's a great knife and it's $30 D2 liner lock. However, the Mini Praxis is undoubtedly the better buy. This is a D2 knife, liner lock, it's on bearings, and 30 bucks. $29.99, I believe, was the official price of this, or $29.98, one of those two. This knife was $51, I believe, and it is also a D2 knife, but the main advantage of this one being it feels a little nicer, right? Metal handle, not instead of G10, and this one has a crossbar. Action-wise, fit and finish and everything, I think is going to be, actually I'd say fit and finish is probably a little bit better on the Civivi. This one, it doesn't have any blade play, but it is not centered. This one, I mean, I can't tell you the last time I had a dud from Civivi because I've never had a dud from Civivi. Every single one has been absolutely perfect in my hand. Like, and I've had hundreds of Civivis. Every single one of them has been perfect. I've had a lot of dud Kershaws, but if I had to choose one price aside, I'd probably go with the Kershaw. I really like the Iridium, and the Iridium, or the Mini Iridium in this case, I think it holds up, but it is $51 or $52 as opposed to $30.
As someone who is in the EDC world, I think you'd probably appreciate the Iridium more. But, I mean, the average Walmart buyer, I think, would probably go Mini Praxis.
Yeah. I think if you were talking best bang for buck and you're buying a knife to just put it to use, beat it up, this is the buy.
Yeah.
The $30 Mini Praxis. It's got really good ergos, it's going to handle a beating, and it's just 30 bucks. And again, their QC doesn't miss. Civivi's QC is so damn good. And a lot of people were worried about Civivi coming to Walmart. Was their QC going to drop? The answer is no. No, this is the same Mini Praxis that you get off Amazon. The QC has not changed at all. It is rock solid, absolutely perfect, no blade play, centered. It's perfect for 30 bucks. This one, it's really good, but
let me see if I can catch that.
That centering is just a little off.
Put your hand behind it.
Does it really matter? Not really. It's not rubbing. It doesn't really matter. But when it comes down to it, you have a knife that has basically all the same specs for $20 less and better QC. So I personally like the Mini Iridium more visually and just like as something like I would use, but better buy is going to be the Mini Praxis.
Yeah.
So that's it. Let's take a look at all this as the best EDC. I genuinely, when we came here, expected to pick the Mini Iridium, but started thinking about it and I'm like, man, it is just a much better deal. It's $20 cheaper. It's almost half price because the full-size Iridium is 60 bucks.
I don't know that.
It was right there. It was right beside it.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah. Okay, so best Walmart EDC today. After all is said and done, this is the best EDC we could find at Walmart today. I think this is really solid. And price-wise, we're looking at, we'll say, that gets us to about 30. That's 60, 90, 190. I'm going to say it's under 200 bucks for all this. I think that's a really good deal for under 200 bucks. I mean, it's literally like 190 bucks, 195. So tax and everything, you're looking at right at 200 bucks. I think that's really solid. And you could drop this off if you didn't want because you got this thing. Oh, forgot about this. That gets us right at 200 bucks because that was 8 bucks. So this right here, I think is really solid. If you needed or felt like you wanted a utility knife, you could add that back in. But personally, this right here is not all that different from my actual EDC. So we can just even do a visual comparison really fast. So here is the complete EDC from Walmart from the G-Shock over, and on this side is my personal EDC. I just dumped my pockets just now. And frankly, it's not all that different. Yes, it's more expensive. Like this knife costs more than this entire carry. So if you take this fixed blade out, they're pretty similar other than the watch. And I have a lighter. There is a Zippo that you can get at Walmart. I think they're about 20 bucks. So you can basically mimic this, but this is my carry basically every day. It doesn't change all that much anymore. I'll swap the watch out, sometimes the knife, but for the most part, these things are constants. And with this carry right here, I'd be totally fine with all of this gear. I'd probably have some complaints with this flashlight over a few weeks just because it's very limited in what it can do, especially compared to the one I carry. And then this wallet would probably drive me absolutely insane because I've been so used to the Hitchhiker for so many years now. This has been my wallet for years without any kind of variation in that. It's just this wallet. If I would change to another wallet, I'm back on this within 2 or 3 days, every time. So all that is to say, I'm actually pretty impressed with what you can get at Walmart. Just based on what we've done in the past with this video and what we have now, them adding Civivi and SwissTech really kind of expanding its product line has really upped the ante for what you can do at Walmart. Would I suggest going to Walmart and doing this? No, that's not why we do these videos. We don't suggest going and buying an entire EDC at one place, but we do them to show that you can get some really good stuff if you pay attention and look around. It's places like Walmart, Bass Pro Academy, all over, places you wouldn't even think as well. So all of that is to say, thank you guys for continuing to watch these videos. I hope you enjoy them and at least find them a little entertaining or informational. And if you want to win this entire carry, we will be giving it away on Whatnot in a future date. So go follow me there. There's a link in the description. You can find me on Whatnot. We'll give this away there. So once again, thank you guys. I will see you in the next video. And until then, carry on.